did the work with no regret, and that's all profit. Done did it again on the hater, man. I don't think they were ready for this. They gave y'all the blueprint, man. Just get up and go get your bag. That's how you gotta do it. All hustle, no love. You gotta work for this one.
What's up, traders? It's your boy Ace Boogie coming to you live and direct. I want to go over a trade that I made yesterday on BRTXQ. It's a OTC 4-cent stock that's been pretty volatile the last couple of months. As you can see, we got a long-term daily chart pulled up here. The run up really started when it was a sub penny, and it ended up running all the way up to almost 4.5 cents before coming back down and enter into this consolidation phase. Now, recently, last month, a couple weeks or so, it's been getting more volume and breaking back out towards the highs, and actually broke out over these highs. And I was able to put together a nice trade in between the support breakout area and the resistance of the previous highs, and I want to talk about that today. Um, so as you can see, I had a nice 12% single. I bought it on this day as it broke out over these highs. Um, well, it was breaking out over the highs of these days, but I bought it as it was broken out over these highs at 375. And I'll show you why specifically. So here's the intraday chart. Let me back out a little bit so you see a little bit more big picture. So it had gapped up. I'm all over the place. There we go. So hey, it gapped up and consolidated and put in a nice little high around 12 o'clock Eastern yesterday. After that, it pulled back down, held VWAP support, and consolidated through the early afternoon. And right around 1400, it started getting big volume again, and that's actually where I entered the trade. Once it started curling back up and breaking over this 0.0389 area, I started to get long here in anticipation for this breakout. It actually did break out over these highs just a little bit. It kind of like probably had like a slippage breakout over new highs, but then came back down and held that 0.389 area as support. So once I saw that, I added into a little pop right here as well to give me about 45,000 shares. Not much, trading small on this play. So it then consolidated some more, and then around 4:30, it broke out over the highs convincingly this time, and made some decent highs. At this point, I was thinking, okay, the major breakout level was 0.439, I believe. Let me go look back real quick. Yeah, so it was 0.0439. So that was the level I had in mind where I would look for it to break out or look for it to be resistance coming in, sellers to come in. So I held all the way up to that. It actually broke out above that, went to 0.445. But then it was looking kind of toppy right around 3 p.m. And then when 3 p.m. hit, um, it actually started selling off. So I went ahead and I just took the single right here. It was about a 12% gain. I wasn't really interested in holding it overnight just due to the overall markets and being, this close to election and whatnot. So I just took the single right here. It ended up holding some support at the quarter cent level, I should say, and bouncing back up and making new highs all the way up to 0.0465 before crashing down and kind of consolidating off of those highs. So I'm not mad at this play. This was a nice trade idea. If it can break out in the afternoon, it can run to that resistance area and at least test it, if not break out. I try to be patient for it to break out, but once I saw a weakness come in, I wanted to protect the gains that I already had unrealized. So I took those profits. Nothing wrong with that, especially when it's a nice
Grind
candle.
harder than the next man. That's how I
Today,
got it. Demanded all of my respect, man.
it
That's how I
gapped up.
got it. Make sure
Closed
I
down
keep the
here.
check coming
It
in.
gapped up, but immediately sold off. Had a panic all the way down to sub 390s. And that would have been a nice morning panic dip buy. Um, Buying somewhere here in the 390s and selling it, anywhere in the fours, 425 and up. That would have been a great dip buy. Another 15% potential there. But it's red on the day, so I doubt that it goes back green. It might consolidate. It all depends on the volume. One thing that I do like about this is it is holding these lows right here, 0.0392, that same area where I was buying it before, 0.0389, 0.0390. So I'm gonna put a little line right here. One of these lines gonna line back up. Watch. So we'll see how it closes. I do like the daily chart. Volume has depleted a lot, so it might catch a couple of red days, but if it holds anywhere up here and starts to curl back up on the daily, another big first green day with decent volume over 200 million shares, then it's a potential rebuy, especially if it's over this breakout area. So that's all I got. Haven't been trading much lately just because the markets have been pretty ugly. So stay safe. You have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, AceBoogie2488, and I'm out.
Harder than the next man. That's how I got it. Demanded all of my respect, man. That's how I got it. Make sure I keep the check coming in. That's how I got it. I flip the word with no regret, and that's all profit. I get up and thank the man, then look in the mirror and thank myself, and get fresh, then get dressed, and you ain't even gotta ask what's next.